After you finish, welcome to come to stand up. I'm the address of all you. So.
Okay. You play music? That's what I got. Okay. All right. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to the Institute for Advanced Learning and Research. If you all would please, if you would stand on your feet and welcome our class of 2025 completers for the ATDM program. All right, while we are standing, if you would, gentlemen, if you would please remove your hats, and if we could all recite the Pledge of Allegiance together. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. Thank you.
Welcome to ATDM, the new front line. Welcome to ATDM, the new front line for America's defense manufacturing industry. ATDM stands for Accelerated Training in Defense Manufacturing, and we can take you from zero to career in just 4 months. Do you love working with your hands and working with metal? Then welding might be right for you. Woodworking to inspect and measure parts to ensure quality and safety sound rewarding? Then quality control inspection, also known as metrology, may be the perfect fit for you. Does working in our state-of-the-art CNC machining lab sound exciting? Or you could lean into the technology of the future in our additive manufacturing lab. If you're someone who likes analyzing results and problem solving, then non-destructive testing could be the perfect fit for you. What makes our program so special is not just the quality of the facilities and the instructors, it is the speed to career. We prepare you to enter the workforce in just 4 months with no prior experience required. To learn more, visit us online at atdm.org.
There are giants among us. They are the men and women building our Navy's next generation submarines. They are giants in what they do because they work in a place where they can grow, where they can learn the skills to build careers as powerful as the beasts they forge. We build giants because it takes one to build one.
here at the Institute for Advanced Learning and Research. This is a full circle moment for our completers today. They started their orientation in this room some 4 months ago, and today completing. As a matter of fact, those videos that you saw probably take on a whole new meaning today as you've gone through the training and you're now going out into the industrial base to support shipbuilding and our larger defense manufacturing industrial base. So welcome to families, friends, and those who've come to support our graduates here today. Oftentimes I'm asked, for those of you not familiar, what is IALR? What's this Institute for Advanced Learning and Research? And how did you get connected to the Navy, and why is this program here? Like, how does it all work? And I just share briefly that we are a 23-year-old institution focused on economic transformation. And when we talk about economic transformation, we talk about it in the context of we want to change lives. We want to. This region has had a history and a legacy of manufacturing for over 100 years. And unfortunately, a lot of our legacy manufacturers went to other locations. And so this region decided to rebuild its workforce development continuum and pipeline around skilled trades. We started that some 20 years ago. It got the attention about 8 years ago of the United States Navy and the Department of Defense. And they wanted to partner with us on a program, an accelerated program that we could be a model for scaling all across this country. And so that during that time period, that's how ATDM was born. The Accelerated Training and Defense Manufacturing Program is sponsored both jointly by the Office of Secretary of Defense, Industrial Base Analysis and Sustainment Office, as well as the United States Navy Maritime Industrial Base team. So it is with great pride, pleasure, and responsibility that we take on the administration of this program. But ultimately, it fulfills our mission of helping change the lives of the people who come through this program, and at the same time, helping support our warfighters who are on the front line. We often talk about the skills that you learn in this program might actually save someone's life one day because of the components that you might build or the ships that might be built as a result of the instruction that you got. So we take that responsibility of instruction very seriously. Similarly, your future children, grandchildren, or family members might be saved by the work that you have learned and the skills that you have learned in this program. No pressure at all. It's just a tremendous responsibility, but also an awesome opportunity. And to think about what your future looks like. This is the beginning of a career. We talk about that. And for some of you, it's probably a career change. For others of you, you might just be a career launch. You're just getting into your first job, so to speak. But either way, we want you to stay connected with us. You are forever a member of the IALR family and alumni. That goes for your friends and family too. I know most of you all probably couldn't wait to get to Danville, Virginia, because you'd heard about all the great things. That was a joke about all the great things happening around here. But hopefully during the 4 months here, you've also grown an attachment to the community in Danville. And this will be a second home for many of you anytime you want to come back. Stay engaged with the program, as we're interested to hear how your jobs are going. How your careers are going. As you move up through the ranks and you get promotions, or you maybe take on another job, we want you to remain in the industrial base. Keep us informed. You are our best ambassadors. No one will believe the opportunity and the experience that you've had better than them hearing it directly from you. We can talk about it all day, but nothing sells this program like the people who've gone through it. You've lived it, you've breathed it, you've machined it, you've welded it, and you've quality controlled it during your time here, right? So we're really excited that this milestone is here for you today. So I'm going to stop talking here, and I'm going to introduce our Executive Vice President of Manufacturing Advancement, Jason Wells, on our campus. He has responsibility for all of our manufacturing programs. Jason.
All right, thank you, and congratulations. Great day today. That's all. I always enjoy graduations. So I just want to solidify a little bit more of what Telly just spoke about. This program is very unique. It's an entirely, as many of you know, scholarship program. We have roughly about 20 to 21,000 people in the pipeline that want to get into this program because of the unique value proposition that it creates, not just for our nation, but also for the students inside the program. So it's a really distinguished and prestigious education path that our students have traveled through. And I just want to try to exemplify that a little bit more. Just really the importance and the relevance of the mission they took on by taking on this education. Today, all of you students, you'll stand on the edge of something far greater than a career. Where you're standing at is a point where American strength meets American skill. Every generation faces a test. Ours is no different. Technology moves fast, challenges grow complex, and the margin for error grows more and more narrow. But one truth never changes. The nation will always depend on men and women that know how to build things and how to inspect things and how to do things. That is the backbone of our entire nation's strength and our position as a global superpower. In defense manufacturing, the smallest detail can carry the weight of a life, as President Tucker indicated. A clean weld, a precise cut, a tested joint. These are not just technical achievements, they are acts of service. Every component you touch becomes a quiet promise to someone wearing a uniform or defending our borders, saying, "You can depend on me." History has shown what happens when this promise is broken. The USS Freedom cracked along a weld seam during sea trials and sank. A Russian submarine called the Kursk was lost after a torpedo weld failed and imploded the entire submarine. The USS Scorpion carried faulty piping welds that raised safety concerns that were ignored and eventually sank that particular vessel. And one of our greatest submarine tragedies, the USS Thresher, saw 129 souls that were aboard that vessel perish because a joint failed under deep sea pressure. Those tragedies remind us that what you build, what you inspect, what you're about to embark on and do matters more than you'll ever see. You don't have to carry a weapon to defend this nation. Sometimes defense looks like a technician in a shipyard holding an ultrasound probe or refusing to sign off on something that they just don't feel right about. That's what non-destructive testing and precision craftsmen do. They keep missions alive and warriors safe. They are the difference between good enough and ready for battle. So when you pick up the scanner, the scope, or you fill out a test report or test document, remember, you're not just inspecting metal, you're guarding lives. You truly are. You are the proof that America still builds, still innovates, and still leads. So hold your head high. Take a lot of pride in what you're about to do. There's not going to be a ton of celebrations, but it truly matters because the strength of this nation doesn't come from speeches or headlines. It comes from the hands and unbreakable spirit of folks like yourself showing up and doing your job each and every day. So congratulations, fellow skilled trades people. I'm a skilled tradesperson myself. Congratulations as graduates, and just know now you're part of the arsenal of democracy. And now it's your time to go forth and build and make sure you secure the future of our nation. So thank you for your time spent in the class. With that, I get the honor of introducing our keynote speaker. Today, our keynote speaker is one of our own. It's one of our engineering managers within the ATDM program. His name is Brian Green. Brian originally came from Bakersville, North Carolina. He brings over 25 years of expertise and experience in welding, manufacturing, and workforce training. His extensive career has taken him from the shop floor to the classroom and into leadership roles that have directly influenced the next generation of skilled trades professionals. Before joining the Institute here recently, Brian served as the welding department chair at Maryland Community College, where he played a key role in developing curriculum, mentoring students, and building strong industry partnerships. Prior to that, he worked as a training supervisor at Alltech Industry, where he oversaw technical training programs focused on quality, safety, and production efficiency. Brian's passion for the skilled trades was born early in his career through hands-on work in the welding and manufacturing sectors. Those early experiences not only sharpened his technical skills, but also instilled a strong belief in the value of mentorship, hard work, and lifelong learning. Today, he remains deeply committed to equipping future professionals with tools, mindsets, and confidence needed to thrive in high-demand industries like the defense manufacturing. Please welcome Brian Green.
Mr. Wells, thank you for that introduction. It's kind of hard to follow that. Welcome, congratulations. Today, we're not just marking the completion of an ATDM NDT program. We're celebrating the beginning of a new chapter in your professional journey. From being a learner and an observer to now being professionals that are guardians of safety and quality. That's your new role. You've completed one of the most challenging and technical training paths in the industrial world and in non-destructive testing. You've studied, trained, tested yourselves over the past 16 weeks. You've learned to see what others can't, to find the unseen flaws, the invisible flaws, and the smallest threats, the smallest details that make the biggest difference between success and failure. So congratulations to this class. All the hard work over the past 16 weeks has finally paid off. You've made it to the end. So before joining ATDM, like Mr. Wells said, I was welding department chair for Malin Community College, developing training programs. Got started in the industry long before that as a welder. But later I transitioned into manufacturing again, went back into manufacturing, designing training programs for Altec Industries. I was also their lead welding inspector. So I did a lot with the NDT, a lot with inspectors. And those experiences at Altec give me a front row seat to the challenges that you all are going to face. Also, let's see here. Sorry about that. There's a lot of different challenges. There's a lot of things you're going to face. There are several, and I want to give you a story. So I had an inspector come to me one day, and he just had this blank look on his face. I said, "What's wrong?" He said, I don't know. He was doing inspections on the shop floor, and we had a guy that was welding 2 structural pieces, and he's welding them downhill. So the inspector goes to him and he says, you can't weld this downhill. And he said, well, I'm not. He said, well, yes, you are. You're welding this downhill. He said, no. This is on a rotisserie, so when I flip it over, the weld's going up. And I'll never forget, John just looks at me and he goes, I think I just got a little bit dumber. So those are some of the challenges you're going to face with some of the people you're meeting. But my first experience working as far as with anything military based and some of their equipment, when I was with Altec, we got a contract to build troop carriers. And I will never forget, there was a lot of training around these troop carriers, a lot of stuff that was, going on because we were having to pull from different departments and make this thing work. And I had a particular young man that worked in our welding department come to me, and I'll never forget, he said, I need extra training. I need some extra help. I said, okay, that's great. I said, we'll set you up. So I noticed that every day he comes for this extra training. After his shift is over, he's doing more training. And I asked, I said, why? One day I just finally went back there. I said, why are you doing all this extra training? And he said, and I'll never forget, he said, the things that we're going to build, these troop carriers, are going to carry the men and women that protect my life every day. And I want to make those wells perfect for them. That's the type of integrity that you need to carry with you. Everything you inspect, you remember what it's for. Because in this industry, precision isn't just about pride. It's about safety, trust, and doing the work that people depend on, even if your name's never seen on this. So in the maritime industrial base, the stakes are high, as everyone has said. The structures you'll inspect, they're not just steel and welds. They're the backbone of our national defense and our maritime strength. Before a submarine submerges, before a vessel launches, before a single component endures the pressures of the deep, it's your hands, your eyes, and your judgment that will ensure it's ready. But make no mistake, getting here wasn't easy. You spent a lot of hours in code, on processes, looking and interpreting different indications, and the fine details of inspections. And it's not just about earning a certificate. It's about developing the discipline to do a job where there is no shortcuts. Hard work and consistency built the foundation you now stand on. And this line of work, that mindset, will serve you long after you've closed the textbooks. So, from this day forward, you represent something greater than yourself. You carry the reputation of ATDM, your instructors, and every NDT professional who ever worked to uphold the safety and strength of this fleet. When you're on the job inspecting critical components, critical wells, evaluating a complex structure, no one may see you. But every sailor and every worker on that ship, on that structure, will feel the impact of your work. Hard work brought you here. Integrity will carry you forward. And the skills you've gained, each one, will help sustain the very strength of not only our Navy, but of this nation. You're now a part of something larger, a mission that protects, that endures, and that demands excellence. So congratulations. You made it to the end of the 16 weeks. And remember, the unseen strength of our nation now rests in capable hands. Yours.
Thank you, Brian. Now we're going to hear from one of the class's own. So Emory is a proud graduate of the ATDM program, the Accelerated Training Defense Manufacturing Program, specialized obviously in the NDT, non-destructive testing path. Before enrolling in the program, Emory was at a crossroads, searching for a new direction and an opportunity to build a meaningful and sustainable career. Through the rigorous training and hands-on learning provided by ATDM, Emory not only developed a solid foundation in NDT techniques and technologies, but also grew personally and professionally. The program challenged Emory to step outside their comfort zone, ultimately building confidence, patience, and a strong sense of purpose. Today, Emory is passionate about using these skills to contribute to the mission-critical work that supports our nation's security and is an example of how dedication and the right opportunity can transform lives. Please welcome Emory.
Hi, everyone. My name is Emory Harris, and I am proud to be standing here today as both a U.S. Army veteran and now a graduate of the ATDM program. Before I got here, my path was anything but straight. Started out in retail, managing a T-Mobile store. That experience taught me leadership, responsibility, and how to work with people from all walks of life. From there, I moved into manufacturing, first at Tesla in Austin, Texas, then later on at Clorox. Those jobs were both fast-paced, technical, and demanding, and they showed me how much I enjoyed working with my hands and solving problems on the spot. But even with all that experience, I felt like something was missing. I wanted a career that challenged me in new ways and gave me skills that really mattered. And that's what brought me here to ATDM. Now, when I first heard about this program, I'll be real with you, I didn't even think it was real. Free schooling, free housing, free transportation. I was like, what they got going on, man? Sounds a little too good to be true. But here we are, and I can honestly say that this program has been one of the best opportunities I've ever had. The past 600 hours have been no joke. And just to put that in perspective, that is almost a month of our lives. That is 25 days. That's 36,000 minutes. And if you really want to feel it, it's over 2 million seconds. Yes, 2 million seconds of learning, problem solving, and just trying not to lose our minds. And somehow we survived. There were days when it felt like the material would never stick, when the lab hours seemed endless, and when I questioned if I had what it took. But those challenges turned out to be the best part, because every time I pushed through, I came out stronger and more confident. I want to take a moment to thank the instructors. Your patience, your high standards, and your willingness to share your knowledge made this all possible. You didn't just teach us how to pass a test, you prepared us for real careers. To my classmates, I thank you all for the support, the laughs, and the encouragement when things got tough. We built more than just skills here. We built friendships and memories that'll last long after this program. To the staff, thank you for everything you did behind the scenes to keep us moving forward. And finally, I would like to extend my deepest gratitude to the family, friends, and supporters whose encouragement and dedication have made this achievement possible. Without your unwavering support, we would not be here today, and many of us might not have persevered to even reach this milestone. As for what's next, I'm excited to say that I'll be starting my career at Mistras in Trainer, Pennsylvania on October 13th. I know the foundation I've built here will help me succeed there, and I'm ready to keep learning and growing. ATDM has been more than just a training program for me. It's been a launch pad. It's given me the tools, the confidence, and the direction that I was looking for. Standing here today, I'm proud of what I've accomplished, proud of what we all have accomplished, and excited for what's to come. Thank you.
Thank you, Emery. I'm proud to say Emery was one of my community volunteers as well, so congratulations. I would now like to introduce some of the best NDT instructors, in my opinion, in the nation. I may be a little biased, but I stand by that. First, I would like to introduce instructor Philip Bowers. Next, Mr. Christopher Carter. And last, to help fill the team, is NDT technician Nathaniel Glaspie. And now this is a moment that I think everybody's been waiting for. So we're going to give our graduates a chance to line up, and then we'll get on with the best part of the ceremony. I would also like to add a little shameless plug. Of all the students that are finishing the program today, over half of them volunteered almost 30 hours apiece in engaging and volunteering in the Danville community. That says a lot added to the 600 hours they were training. So we can give it up to them for giving their time, selfless energy to contribute to the Danville community. Okay, we're ready. First step, Michael Bowen. Michelle Cruz. Michael D'Angelillo. Termika Dawkins. Casey Draper. Corey Hall. Tom Harden. Emery Harris. Josiah Harris. Isaac Hepler. Caleb Jackson. Greer Jones. Kaylee Kiley. Jacob Kraft. Benjamin Lolly. This student is not present because he had to report to his job, but Matthew Lyons. Morgan McDaniel. Dominic Morani. Christian Rojas Bartlett. And last, Sean Suknich. We will now end with closing remarks from our president, Mr. Telly Tucker.
This class is small but mighty. How many of you are ready to go make some real money now, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. Congratulations to you, those of you who've already signed on with companies in terms of your new employers. For those of you who are in the process, follow through, stay the course. It's coming. Before we wrap up today, I just want you to look around, and for those of you who are graduates, if you have friends and family here, please turn around and give them a hand for supporting you during this time. It's not easy to allow you to be away. So thank you. Also, I want to challenge you too, not just for our graduates today, but for everybody in the room. How many people in this room probably know of one or two people that would benefit from a program like this? Right? Raise your hand. If you know of somebody else that you think would be a good candidate for this program. And I'm gonna challenge you to go tell them about this program. Share it on social media. Wear your shirts proudly. Display your challenge coins. Tell them how this program has helped change your life. Because that'll be the best sales tool we can. And we want to help our friends and family take advantage of opportunities as they present themselves as well. As we wrap up, if you would, all of our graduates, if you would please come to the front of the room for a photo. We want to get a group photo of this class. But if there's no other, Kevin, anything else I need to mention? If not, then on behalf of the Institute for Advanced Learning and Research, our Board of Trustees, our partners with Navy and IBAS, Office of Secretary of Defense, we officially declare you graduates of the Accelerated Training and Defense Manufacturing Program.
Every keynote speaker gets a gift. Thank you. Great job.